Señoras y señores, un momento épico en la ciudad de las ideas. Pussy Riot. Un aplauso para mujeres defensoras de los derechos humanos, de las reformas penitenciarias, que a través del arte han hecho protestas, han ido a la cárcel y, por supuesto, han tenido un punto con nosotros desde Rusia. Pussy Riot, bienvenidas.
2 years ago, I was put into a black car and driven away from the prison where I have been after I was arrested for the protesting against Russian President Vladimir Putin. The driver left me on the empty square at the train station and said, "Congratulations, you are free." Since that time, I have been thinking, what is the point of freedom? There is no perfect world in which freedom is permanent. Your boss, your president, or even a god cannot give you your freedom. Freedom is something for which we need to fight, and we need to be willing to fight for it. First, we fight against censorship. I will not forget how every day in prison the guards made sure to control our world. They destroyed the books that I gave to other prisoners. They cut apart the articles from the journalists that supported us. That's why we understood how important it was to have an independent media outlet in Russia. And that's why we started Media Zona, to fight against censorship. We learned not to be afraid. Second, we fight against borders. When people escape their homeland because of the war or a dangerous environment, they pass through countries they did not even plan to stop. Still, they are taken from trains and forced into prison-like refugees camps where they eat expired food. They have to stay inside their rooms for several months with no fresh air and good medicine treatment. They cannot even complain for fear of being punishment or sent away. We fight against borders because we fight against inequality. Sorry. Third, we fight against oppression. When so-called power is being used to manipulate, to oppress, to control, to frighten, when the world power is confused with thinking someone has a privilege over another, we started a human rights project called Justice Zone to give a voice to all those who are behind bars, as we were. We believe that every fight is a gesture, and every gesture is a performance. A hunger strike in prison is a performance, like a public performance on stage. But in prison, there is a wall, and you're separated from the world. And at some point you think, perhaps there is no world. Maybe all this is nothing. Maybe there is nothing but a prison, and this gesture means nothing. And you hold on only by something unseen. And then you realize that this invisible thing is the most important thing. This is freedom. Every day they say, hands behind your back. They say, face to the wall. They say, we are the authority. They expect you to accept their rule as a law. They are the power and they are serious. So what you can do to respond to them? You can smile. I believe that one smile can tip the balance of power. Leaders who believe that their power is absolute do not tolerate smiles. They do not tolerate ridicule in cartoon forms or otherwise. They fight us by making us helpless. They imprison us, shoot us, but at the end of the story, they lose. The provocator and educator Voltaire said that there was a funny that if something is funny, it cannot be dangerous anymore. World prison totalitarianism absolutely that exists on the rules of administration, which are known and need only the administration itself must be destroyed. No totalitarianism, no standards, no prejudice. No one is irreplaceable, said Stalin. What we want to say to Stalin is go to hell. Let's destroy this prison. No one should be forced to do anything what he don't want to do. If someone robs your freedom, take them. Firstly, thank you, and then go fuck yourself. Together, we can do more than one by one. Freedom must belong to us, not to oligarchs who take power. This applies to any society.
I feel free when I can say what I think, even though the other doesn't want to hear it.
The point of freedom is that Mexicans be able to walk safely and peacefully down the streets of their cities.
Freedom is the power I have to give life and decide whatever I want with my own body.
I feel free when I respect myself and I respect the others.
Freedom is be and let be.
Freedom is being able to walk, talk, breathe, love.
I feel free when I can speak about my government and criticize it and not being insecure about it.
I feel free when I can do what my heart decides.
Libertad es hacer lo correcto aunque no sea lo indicado.
I am free when I really want to express what I want.
I feel free when I think out of the box, when I know there are no limits to what I can do.
I feel free when I am creative, active, and social.
Yo me siento libre cuando puedo gritar.
¡Ayotzinapa, vive!
I feel free when I'm not afraid to say, I'm a feminist.
I feel free when I can speak up and I don't end up in jail or dead.
I feel free when I go with another woman and I protest for the human rights.
I feel free when I do what I love, when I do what I love, and when I love who I love.
Yo me siento libre cuando puedo escribir en Facebook lo que pienso.
Yo me siento libre cuando puedo motivar a los demás a que sean ellos mismos.
I feel free when I use my body to express my thoughts, my ideas, and myself.
La libertad te lleva a la equidad de género.
Yo me siento libre cuando puedo decir y pensar lo que pienso sin temor a la represión. I feel free when I sing and I help people.
Freedom is feeling safe in my own country.
The point of freedom is to give with no boundaries, and I decide to give my Mexicanity. Decido dar mi mexicanidad.
Yo me siento libre cuando todos luchamos por nuestros ideales como país.
The point of freedom is to try to take risk.
Yo me siento libre cuando sé que puedo desarrollarme sin importar mi género.
Yo soy libre cuando puedo crear, cuando puedo ayudar y cuando puedo pelear por los demás.
Yo me siento libre cuando puedo expresarme de la manera que yo quiero, en el momento en el que yo quiero.
Yo soy libre cuando puedo escoger mi futuro.
Yo me siento libre cuando puedo venir a la ciudad de las ideas y transmitir todo esto a mis hijos.
Yo soy libre cuando puedo ser y dejo ser a los demás.
Let's go!
Free, pussy riot. Free,
Oh. Ah! I'm okay. Whew. So, there is no borders between us when it comes to the right of life. I love you. Thanks.